Hello everybody! Welcome back to an episode of Stonehearth. Today we're going to be playing in hard mode. So the hardest mode available to the game, at least as of right now. I've had a couple comments, you know who you are. I won't name names. But so some of you have been trying to play in hard mode and been having some times of it. So I thought I'd give it a shot myself and see if maybe we can help each other, or if I can help you, you help me, either way. So I have our starting people here. I didn't just roll stats over and over again. This is literally the first page that came up. But we're going to get a trapper's knife, I think, to start out with. And we're going to go ahead and embark as well. Now, there are ways to kind of be cheaty about it. A little bit. Like, you could start up on, like, mountains and stuff like that. And have a pretty good time of things for the most part. We're gonna go ahead and play in the foothills. That seems like a good place, at least good enough place for now. And we're gonna go ahead and confabulate in childhood. Improvising morals. Perfect. But yeah, there's some cheaty things you can do to kind of make it easier on yourself. But we're gonna try to do it as legitimately as possible here. As possible. So I think the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and look. Now the problem is there aren't that many berries or flowers or anything, which are actually pretty important for when you're starting out here. There's a couple mountain flowers up there, but they're not going to help us out too much. So maybe we start down here in this little valley of sorts. I think this would do just fine, actually. So let's go ahead. I'm just trying to get a good look. I think maybe right here will be fine. And we're gonna say we'll just call this Hardmore. Yeah, the town of Hardmore. And we'll go ahead and start. Now the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and pause the game, and we're just gonna issue a couple commands. So we're gonna have to be a little bit more cognizant of kind of what we're trying to do. We're just gonna harvest all of this stuff, actually, like literally just all of these flowers, all these bushes and everything. And we're gonna go ahead and create a stockpile, maybe just right here would do just fine. And we'll say all for now, and we'll hit OK. Let's go ahead and speed up time. And the first thing we want to do, I think I'm gonna pick you, and I'm gonna change your job. I'm gonna change your job to a carpenter. Yes, indeed we will. And we're gonna change you're being promoted, that's great. We're gonna change you to a trapper, like immediately. And we're gonna, well, as soon as they get promoted on, there we go. And we're just going to set a couple trapping zones. So essentially what we're trying to do here is just ensure that we have enough furs and enough meats and stuff like that to keep going. And we may as well get out of this window immediately, and we'll chop these trees down. And let's take a quick look here. So of course with hard mode, it does have its own unique challenges. They're tough, I will say this. They are tough, but the biggest challenges are you get attacked really early, so you want everybody to be kind of close together. And the way that the mechanics work we'll get into here shortly, but let's pause the game. And what we're gonna do is, oh, we can't create one, they have to be level 1. Goodness. What can we build anything of import? Not really. We'll just make 5. We'll make 5 small crates and see how this does for us, for our carpenter. And we want to make sure, yes, we are going to be harvesting all of these. And the reason for that is you really want to get an herbalist and then a cleric pretty much as soon as possible, in all honesty. Go ahead and harvest. Just get this stuff out of the way. May as well. So you're going to give us some food. That's very kind of you. I appreciate you. And so yeah, you're wanting to hit carpenter level 1 basically just as soon as you possibly can. There we are. And now that we have that, we're just going to cancel the rest of that order. And we're going to make one of these. And we'll make one of these as well. And we want to get a wooden shield. The wooden shield is pretty significant. Don't overlook the small stuff is what I'm saying. That seems fine. We'll get back to work. There's not a lot of wild silkweed, but there is some. So let's go ahead and issue a couple commands, and we're just going to bring as much as we can up to our base so that we can harvest it that much easier. You really don't want people kind of running around by themselves. So we're literally just taking this, and it's not going to be pretty, but we're just going to bring it all up here. We do all the pretty stuff in the easy mode campaign. That's where we'll do all the easy mode stuff. So grab this, and this is it's basically a lot of you know, normally if we were playing like in the other campaign here, we would just be letting time run because it's not very difficult basically. But in hard mode, things change very fast on you. So they're crafting this stuff, and we're going to be promoting a footman as soon as possible. So we just got the sword, so we'll go in here. 5-4, that's pretty decent actually. So you're going to become our footman. Welcome aboard. How are we looking in here? We can make some of these large crates. That'll get us going at least a little bit. So we'll go ahead and make 5 of those, and they're going to equip the shield as well here pretty soon. And while we're doing all this, we're also going to be making sure to keep this stuff harvested. That's the other big thing, because you can't really do a farm yet, because you don't have a farmer. So, but what we want to do, let's take a look. Who are we going to select here? Maybe you. And we're gonna make you a weaver. So just going real fast, just trying to get people into professions as soon as possible. And the reason is that as soon as you get your weaver, what do we need here? So that's that. We'll pause time for just a second. So they need a weaver workbench, Okay, that's not bad. What about these? Weaver workbench requires a loom. Okay, we'll craft one of these, and we'll craft one of these. Perfect. And then we'll place those down because you want to get leather armor essentially for your footmen, like as soon as you possibly can. And that's realistically the difference between whether or not you kind of make it. Really. Can you craft anything else for us? May as well get another one of these just queued up, and we should get some beds queued up as well, and then we'll go ahead and speed time back up here. So harvest these. You kind of get the idea, I think. And then we're gonna go ahead and set these guys down. Again, we're just setting them down. We're not being super picky about where they are or anything like that. Carpenter level 2 we'll want to pay attention to. So these all just require, well, place the loom. A spinning wheel. Oh, we do have to make the spinning wheel. Dang it. Okay, we'll make the spinning wheel too. That's fine. But essentially you want to get your weaver making that leather armor. The leather armor is actually incredibly important early on, at least when you're starting out. Trapper level 1, great job. The greatest of jobs. And now let's take a look. Can we place anything down? I believe we can. So we'll put down the wheel, and we're literally just going to set down a couple beds here. We don't have enough for, well, we do. I mean, we have enough to build a building, but we're just not too concerned about that yet. Resources are still scarce, and this at least gives them kind of somewhere to sleep, at least early on. We'll pause the game. We're gonna take a look here. So we may as well just make 6 of these, right? This requires level 1, which means we will need 1 of these. So let's see how close that gets us basically to some early armor. And you just hit level 2, that's right. So we need to revisit this. We're going to make an herbalist staff, like I said. We're going to make a mason. And we'll get one of these going as well. And now the reason you want to get the herbalist early on is because as soon as they hit level 2, you can turn them into a cleric, right? So now that you hit level 1, I think you can actually make... one armor. That's 3 armor though. That's pretty significant, honestly. We'll just see how that do. We'll just see how that do. How are we looking? Nothing's coming for us quite yet. That's good. That's what we want. And I think we can probably place down a couple more of these beds too. And let's do something kind of like that. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. So how are we looking? 4, 4, 5. That looks pretty decent. We're gonna make you an herbalist. And then go ahead and make your herbalist lab. Requires herbalist lab. Yes, indeed it does. Perfect. So we're gonna slow time back down again. So you're kind of getting it. It's a lot of like just really managing your time and resources as best you can. So we're gonna pause the game. We're gonna open up the herbalist lab, and let's just go ahead and make 10 of these. What do we need for this? Level 2. We're gonna need some furs and whatnot. That's totally fine though. So we'll speed time back up, and I'll try to use the speed controls just to hurry it along as much as I can. How are they looking? They're looking okay. We might even build a ladder up here. And we'll actually put another trapping zone right. Oh, so we're gonna pause. We'll do something like that just to make sure our trapper is busy. So we have people coming, right? So we're gonna do town defense mode. So everybody comes over here. We're gonna pause. We're gonna take our footman, and we're actually gonna move him to this location because we want everybody involved in this. Okay, so now that people are coming out, so the way, let me explain this really quick because it's important. The way that your non-combat hearthlings work is they'll come in, they'll take a swipe, but as soon as they get hit, they'll run, and then they'll come back, and that process just repeats. So it's kind of easy early damage, basically. And the shield should make him durable enough. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move him to the location. He's gonna run. And now these hearthlings should take a swipe at least. See that? So they're gonna take a swipe. As soon as they get hit, they run off and they come back. So we'll turn town defense mode off. Daily update. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna make that one, to be perfectly honest with you. That's the other kind of hard part about the early game, is you really aren't going to get the big food scores or the big net worth scores. So let's take a look and see where we're at here. And now the other benefit to having your herbalist is they will actually heal your footmen. So your footmen won't be, you know, essentially all hurt the next time you get attacked, because you're gonna get attacked again really soon. That's just how it works. But we may consider building a building. It won't be huge, but maybe just do something like this. And we'll say start building, and this is literally just to get our net worth up. That's the only point of that at all. So let's take a look at our weaver again. Nothing there. Okay. So we're not going to have enough for that. What about this? We will have enough to make the leather skull cap, though. What level? I think he's still... Yeah. Well, we may as well just get this, though. There's no point in not doing that. So we'll go ahead and get that. And the silkweed will slowly but surely refill up here. Go ahead and pull this down. Is there anything else nearby? I'm really just looking for the silkweed. No, there's some down there. It's kind of far though. I think we got most of it, at least in the surrounding area here. So really the trapper is kind of your main source of food and to get those furs just as early as you possibly can. So we'll get that, we'll get that. Slow down time. And we'll go ahead and just keep doing that. So all we're trying to do is get our, go ahead and harvest that stuff up too. And we'll harvest this up too. So all we're trying to do is get our herbalist level 2, because as soon as you get a cleric, your survivability goes way, 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 way up. And this is, again, solely just to see if we can't get, Trapper level 2, great job. We're gonna make a mason as well. And the reason you want the mason as early as possible is because they can make the stone maul, right? And the stone maul is way better than the wooden sword. Did you? Yes, you've already been promoted, so we'll make one of these. Indeed we will. And what does the stone maul take? Just level 1. That's easy. That's so easy to get. So we'll speed up time. Harvest this stuff up. Hopefully this increases our net worth at least a little bit. We'll harvest these guys up too. Slow down time. And we'll make 5 more of these. And it's kind of just a rinse and repeat. You might, you might get gotten by the RNGs, but it's a pretty sound strategy, at least starting out. I've seen other strategies where you literally just mine in, and that's just it. You just mine in, so you just have a choke point kind of. You can also another way to do it would just be to build a moat all the way around here, and then you're literally just safe from everything basically. Like you just won't get attacked. Like things will spawn, but they won't be able to actually get to you at all. So that's another way you can do it. Again, it's a little bit cheaty, but it works. It absolutely works. Let's take a look here. Has anything else really unlocked? Not really. Okay, we're fine there. Let's take a look at our weaver. We should make all of those. And then we're just gonna stay on top of this as well. So just trying to get people leveled up as fast as we possibly can. And now hopefully our trapper, yeah, I can see some furs. Okay, we're literally just gonna pause, and we are going to not go in there. Is there a big guy with them? No. So actually, you might be okay. We were level 2, great job. Yeah, he should be able to handle those guys perfectly fine. Should be able to. Okay, we'll get these. Herbalist level 2, so that's what we want. So we're gonna say okay. We're gonna open up the herbalist lab. What do we take? Easy. Daily update. Oh, we did get food. We didn't quite get net worth. That's okay. We'll get it next time around. Getting additional hearthlings is pretty darn important. So once you have that, go ahead and grab you. How have you not created this yet? Okay, they're in the process of creating it. That's okay. You're hurt, dog. You should go heal. No, don't want to heal? Okay, that's fine. So grab this then. We'll grab these. And then you should have made that by now, right? Change job cleric. Yes. So they will turn into a cleric, and now you have at least a sizable, not sizable, but you have a much stronger force than you once did. So they'll get experience simply just by healing. They'll get experience by, you know, combat, basically. Can we fit another one of these guys in? And this is simply the only reason we're doing this is to get our net worth up. We can probably grab that and just move that over here too. What else can we get? Let's grab that. So we don't have an herbalist, at least for the time being, but used by the herbalist to heal small wounds. That's okay. We're pretty good there. Let's revisit the weaver. As a matter of fact, though, let's we need to do this first. This is a huge upgrade for us. We need to get the mason pedestal down. Is that what it's called? Workbench. And potentially even just like make 10 of these and see where we end up with. Where's to sell? We don't really have anything. We can sell 10 of those probably. We can get rid of these small boxes here. Everything else we'll probably hold on to though. At least for the time being. So get all those harvested. Trapper level 3, great job. So they're actually going to get more stuff now, which is really good for us. We may even consider setting up another trapping zone. So Mason level 1 already. Perfect. So we'll just cancel the rest of that order and make ourselves a stone mall. And now we're in a pretty decent spot, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. So we'll get that ladder up just so it's easier for him to kind of navigate around here. And this is basically just so that your trapper always has something they can be doing, right? So let's look here. He just hit level 1. So this, oh, we could make that actually. So we'll make 2 of these. Well, that's 4 defense though. That's way better. Okay, we'll make 1 of these. And then we'll queue up 1 of these. Yeah, that's way better. So just get our footmen a little bit of armor here going forward. And then essentially, as soon as we get the net worth and the food score and all that good stuff to get another hearthling, we're just gonna make them another footman, just to have that early kind of squad going on. And just to get them ready, we'll make sure we have another stone mall just ready out the gate, and we'll make sure that we have another shield as well. Carpenter level 3, great job. I hope they get that done. Because that will up our net worth pretty substantially, actually. It'll be good. Can we just harvest? Let's make sure we get harvest orders on all of this. And we're pretty low on workers, which is why things, yeah, we have 1 worker. That's why things are taking a little while. Is everybody set to like haul and all that? Yes, they are. Perfect. So things will take a little while. And that's simply just because you kind of have to rush some of the professions, because everything that we've encountered so far has been pretty easy, like little tiny tree guys, little tiny rock guys. That's not a big deal. But soon you're gonna get like a golem or a wolf, and it's gonna be pretty substantial. You're gonna be happy that you have what you have right now. How's this weaver doing? What are you missing? Oh, we need 1 of those? Okay, easy peasy. We'll just make 1. No big deal. So our footmen will actually be pretty well equipped, honestly. Daily update. Yes. Joined Hardmore. I love it. But I think that's gonna do it for episode 1 of Stonehearth Alpha 19. We'll go and pause the game just so we can start right back up where we leave off here. Stonehearth Alpha 19 hard mode. Hopefully it gives you guys kind of a good idea of where to start and what you should be prioritizing. This is all theoretical, It's what I think will work best, but if you have a better idea or know that I'm wrong, please do let me know so that I can remedy going forward in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. It does help me out so very, very much. And if you want to see more in the future, go and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until then, we'll see you next episode.